Great day, amazing humans. Yes, welcome to Empowering Bytes. This is where we keep it short and sweet. But who is the we? Well, the we is me, Nkechi, and
I'm Gaby with 1B. Pleased to be the co-host of these Empowering Bytes where we keep it short and sweet.
E to the A to the B to the Y. Mamone! That is Gaby 1B Mamone. Let's go, girl. Let the show begin. Great day, amazing humans. Yes, welcome to another episode of Empowering Bytes. And I am joined by the same human who has joined me, I don't know, like 100 and almost 70 other times.
Yeah, it's cool.
G to the A to the B to the Y to the Mamone. Gaby 1B Mamone. 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 I don't know which one to say today.
Mamone. If you use your hands, it's easier. Mamone.
Mamone. Yes.
Yeah, it's easier.
Yeah, I guess like technically we're on episode 337 today. I don't know, my math wasn't that great. Well, math wasn't mathing, but it was like, what is that?
That's
100
okay.
and no, it's 200 and what is that? No, it's 100 and I might be right. It was
I think you're close.
168, 9. So 340 would have been 170. Right?
Yes.
And we're just shy of, we're just 3 shy of 340. So like, when, yeah, it was
Amazing.
close. I was close. Yeah, it was close.
I love it. I love it.
That's
And one of the
kinda
other things that I love
Mhm.
is that Empowering Bytes is short. It's short.
It
it's
is short.
sweet. Today, we're going to try to keep it consistent
Short and
with
sweet.
that theme.
Mhm,
We
mhm.
do have 5 things to share. 5 things.
Mm.
But we're going to keep it short and succinct because we really want you to apply this to your life. So
Mhm,
I want to start it off by saying my husband
mhm.
surprised me many times over the last few months in the morning by bringing me a freshly squeezed orange juice.
Mm.
Now, to some, maybe not a big deal, but to me it is. It's my favorite drink, and I
Mhm.
don't like it, in the blender. I like the orange cut with a nice sharp knife from the fridge, a cold orange, and truly squeeze the old-fashioned way with the pulp and everything in a glass, in a beautiful clear glass, and that's what I love. I didn't ask for it. He didn't expect anything in return. And for me, that was a really beautiful act of kindness. And I love that. And so when you relate that to the love languages, that's an act of service. And so that's what we're going to talk about today, the 5
Love languages.
love languages.
So to simplify it because I don't know how much, I mean, Gary Chapman wrote the book. I don't even know how long ago. It was one of those things that was recommended, probably through a period of time where we were having challenges like learn your love languages and you're
Sure.
probably not,
Yeah.
you're not fulfilling the person's love language, right? A lot of times you think you're doing for your significant other only to find out that you are not doing something that's meaningful to them. And so
Yep.
the love languages, I think, are a way to open up the dialogue to ask that question, like, how do you like to receive
Yep.
love, right? Like, what does that look like to you?
Yeah.
So the first one is words of affirmation,
Mhm.
which is using verbal expressions to affirm, uplift, communicate love, appreciation, or encouragement.
Yep.
So
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think we can all relate it. So let's say you're
Mhm.
in a relationship, for example, and let's say you've had a really tough week at work, and one day your partner says to you, I see how hard you've been working. I'm proud of the way that you handle pressure. That single sentence will make you, whoever they're speaking to,
Mhm.
feel valued, feel
Mhm.
seen, feel
Mhm.
heard.
Mhm.
And emotionally, it fills you up.
Mhm.
So it's a beautiful, beautiful way, the words
Mhm.
of
I have to
affirmation.
I have to say because I know just having friends, they often say, yeah, my significant other doesn't, my partner doesn't compliment me. I have to say, like Easton's really good at giving compliments to me.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so he'll be like, "Oh, you look good, babes. Whatever, you look really pretty," or "Wow, you look," and without fail, like I would say that even on days where I haven't really done it, like even I think today, says you look good. You're wearing my favorite color or something like that. So yeah. So that would be words of affirmation.
I
And I
love
think
it.
it takes nothing. It really does, right? Like to and by the way, I'm a big stickler that this is not just about romantic love.
Right.
I I'm a leader who I'm a title leader, but I'm a leader, forget not sorry. I am a title leader, but I don't mean a title leader, but I'm a
Okay.
leader
Yeah.
who leads from a place of love.
Yes.
And so I do think that it's really easy to use any of these to love and share love with the people that are under your care,
Mm. I think
right?
that's absolutely beautiful. And your children too, like your friends.
Yes,
It's very
yes,
important.
yes,
Very, very
yes. Every
important.
relation, any
Every
relationship,
relationship.
this is
Agreed.
important. Yeah.
Agreed. Agreed.
So the second
Okay.
one is acts of service,
Yep.
which is doing thoughtful or helpful, kind of what the Gabby described, doing thoughtful or helpful things for another person and actions that ease their burden and show how much you care.
Yes. Oh, I will always remember Glynis when my father passed away
Mm,
right at the beginning of COVID. My mom also had COVID. We weren't allowed to see her. I was not able to visit her. I wasn't able to visit him. And I was homeschooling. My kids needed to be fed. And I remember how difficult that whole time was. And my friend Glynis, she didn't just call me and say, "What do you need?" or "Let me know if you need anything." She rang my doorbell with milk, with waffles, with eggs, with so many things that I didn't have to bread. I didn't have to ask her for. She just did it. And
mm,
let me tell you, that act of service, I know that kind of goes into one of the other five love languages, but I'll
mhm.
tell you, this was such a thoughtful way
That's a
that
that's a
her
true act of
actions,
service. Yeah,
yes, it was an act of service. And
true act of
it
service.
was more than just her saying, "I'm here for you." It was
Yeah,
her actually making my life significantly easier during that
easier.
time.
Yeah, yeah.
Goodness, I reached out to you.
Yeah. And I think I had a thoughtful one the other day. I went to the mailbox. This is probably two pickups ago, and in it was a postcard.
Ah,
And the message was from my really good friend Jennifer Gibbs, and it
ah,
was so random, and it was so thoughtful. And it just was a note to say, hey, thinking about you and just want you to know how wonderful. So I think it was almost a mix of affirmations, words of affirmations and an act of service because
yes.
it was very, very thoughtful
Oh,
and it just showed care. It showed
shout
care.
out to Jennifer
Yeah.
Gibbs. She's a
Yeah.
beautiful human. I know her.
Yeah.
She's awesome. Beautiful.
I have
Number
a good
three.
I have a great example for the next one actually that literally is
Okay.
so close to this episode, but thoughtful tokens that symbolize love, appreciation, or celebration, not about the price but the intention. And so yesterday, so there's a friend of mine whom we met up and we just realized, wow, we really enjoy each other's company. And she was like, man, we got to hang out a little bit more. And so we right away booked our next sort of date. And, hopefully the goal is that we can make it more regular.
Mm,
And so yesterday I texted her because I had been sharing with her something that has been weighing on me to get done. And I just haven't had the mojo to get it done. But I sent her a note and I said, I did it. I got it done. And
mm,
the immediate weight and release that came from it, just I
mm-hmm.
felt it in my body and I said, wow. And she said, congratulations. And then she said, what's your address? And I'm learning not to ask why, So I just said, I actually told her that I'm learning not to ask why. So here's my address. And
Yes.
then next thing you know, I had a ping later on, a notification that said Instacart delivery is on its way from L, and it showed up that evening. And it's so funny. I needed to have a nice wind down evening, and it was a single candle, right?
Beautiful.
Just so beautiful, so simple and so thoughtful and so
Oh,
unexpected. Yeah.
and that's, and I don't mean to make a joke about it, but the service piece fees were probably more than the candle.
Yeah.
And she still did it. Like, that's so
And she
nice.
still did it. Yeah. It was
No,
really,
that's beautiful.
really,
Yeah.
really
So
thoughtful.
if
Yeah.
anyone didn't catch that, number 3 is receiving gifts. So
Yeah.
that's what we
Receiving
just
gifts. I
talked
probably
about.
didn't say that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's okay. Number 3 is
Hmm.
receiving gifts. Let's go into number 4.
Quality time. So
Yes.
giving someone your full attention, undivided presence, meaningful conversations, and shared moments. And I know that's even harder in this day and age with everyone having a cell phone and keeping it
Yeah.
out. Hmm.
I'm
And
just
you know,
trying to think.
you read
Yeah.
so much about leave your phone at home. Like Simon Sinek says, go as far as leaving your phone at home.
Yeah.
You know, if you're going out with the person, if you're going out with someone that you need, like text to connect and then leave your phones at home, right? Like
Yeah.
that's who you're going out with,
Yeah.
go out with them. Or turn it up to keep it in your bag or keep it off the
Yeah.
table, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because turning it upside down on the table doesn't do much. It's still
Doesn't,
there.
yeah, I know. Keep it off the table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this applies to all relationships, like we said, but even with children, when I think
Hmm.
about my daughter, just a few days ago, I was working away on the laptop, and, she's home from school, and there's only
Hmm.
so many things that she can stimulate herself in the day without her saying, I'm bored. And
Hmm.
so she came to me and she said, Mommy, do you want to play? And instinctively, I wanted to say, Mommy's so busy, because I was.
Hmm.
But you know what? I just thought, I'm gonna say yes. And I
Hmm.
did. I
Hmm.
said, yes, yes.
And
Uh,
you probably still had time to get everything else done, right? One of the things I've
yeah,
learned from Jennifer Gibbs again
yeah,
is get busy is not a scheduling problem,
yeah.
right?
It's true.
Busy is
It's
not a
true.
scheduling problem. We make time
Yeah,
for the
we
things that we
make the
want to do.
time.
Yeah.
So I said yes. I sat on the floor with her. She picked her game. We started playing her game, and I purposely left my phone on my desk, and I
Hmm.
heard the notifications
Hmm.
go off,
Hmm.
and she looked at me like, okay,
Hmm.
go ahead. And I was like,
Hmm.
it's okay, let's
No,
keep
it's okay.
playing.
Right.
And so
Right.
I was like, okay, it can wait. And you know, that was pretty special, and I know that meant a lot for her. And
Hmm.
and she coined it as a term. She now calls it diamond time. So I was like, Mommy, can we have diamond
Hmm.
time? That means just her and I, no phone, just
Hmm.
playing, and it's
I
pretty
love
cool.
that. And it
Yeah,
has long lasting effects, right? Like I think
yeah,
that's
it
what we
does.
discount. And
Yeah, it
I know I could
does.
definitely do better with that. And then the last one, which I recognize I do, because I know we talked about it earlier. I think this one is also big and high up on the list for me.
Yeah.
Um, we'll share in a minute what our love languages are, but so physical touch, so nonverbal expressions of love through
Hmm.
physical closeness, like hugs, hand holding, a pat on the back, or snuggling. And so, yeah, I'm big on hugs, big on
Yeah.
hugs,
Yeah.
and like long ones, like hand on my lap, just in a moment where you're at a table or something like that means a lot to me, you know.
Mm,
Um, and not rubbing it or anything, just that making that contact, you know, on the lap and stuff like that, or
mhm,
putting your hand over my shoulder, makes me feel really cared for.
mm. I agree. And it goes back to any kind of relationship. Now, we do want to be careful. Like, sometimes someone may not like
Mm-hmm.
physical touch.
Mm-hmm.
So you can always ask for permission.
Mm-hmm.
Can I give you a hug?
Mm-hmm.
Because isn't there, don't quote me on this, but isn't there like studies that show hugs reduce the cortisol level? And
Mm-hmm.
it's like
Mm-hmm.
20 seconds, I think, like
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
it calms the nervous
If you hold a
system, right?
hug for
It
20
eases
seconds, yeah.
anxiety and it
Mm-hmm.
calms
Mm-hmm.
the nervous system. Yeah. I actually have a story for you.
Some
Just,
studies go as long as 2 minutes or three
is
minutes.
that
Or
right? Amazing.
hold a hug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a story for you. Recently, I was at an event. I was standing on the side. They were about to introduce the next speaker, maybe like 2 minutes away. And the speaker was close to me on the side. And I looked at him and he looked perplexed. So I went to him and I said, is everything okay? And he said, I'm having a panic attack.
Oh, wow.
So they were about to introduce him, and he just said that to me. So I said, how can I help? And he put his hands out. I didn't. He put his hands out. So I grabbed his hands and I said, let's close our eyes and breathe deeply. And then I started saying some affirmations, and I said, think of the person in your life that you love the most. Imagine them right here with you. What would they
Mm-hmm.
say? And so I was starting to give him some
Mm-hmm.
affirmations. He started to squeeze my hands. I think he was really feeling it. We started to breathe deeply together. And then
Mm-hmm.
I would say a minute passed. He opened his eyes and he was great. And then they called his name and he went on
Okay.
stage and did a great job.
You did a
Uh,
great.
and he did a
That's
great
beautiful.
job. He did a
Yeah.
great job. Yeah. But
Mm-hmm.
it just goes to show that touch,
Mm-hmm.
that affirmation,
Yeah. It can go a
that's all
long, long
he
way.
needed. Oh,
Yeah.
that's all he needed.
Yeah.
So it's
So
important.
acts of service and physical touch are definitely mine.
Hmm.
Um, and I think physical touch probably edges a bit higher.
Yeah. Okay. For me, it's words of affirmation
Mm-hmm.
and acts of service.
Mm-hmm.
Acts of service is really high up there for
It's
me.
really high up there, eh? Yeah.
Oh, yes,
Mm-hmm.
it's
Mm-hmm.
very high up there.
Mm-hmm.
And acts of service is not expecting anything in
Well, this
return.
is another thing too.
That's
Nothing can
the
be
key.
tied to it, and it needs to be very
Yeah,
intentional. Yeah.
no
Yeah.
contracts.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
this. I
Yes, I
love this
love it too. I love
conversation.
it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And so, to everyone that's listening, this is sadly where we have to say, we're out. Oh,
Who are
no.
you? Who are you?
This is where we
I'm
say, I'm Ink
I'm Gabby with 1B.
and we're out. Bye
Bye-bye.
bye. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an episode.